Hello, welcome to the shack. I'm Stuart G5STU and I'm currently editing a video of repairing this FT101E. I've received this as a gift from Mike M0MSN along with a oscilloscope and a spectrum analyzer to go with it. So thanks Mike once again, absolutely brilliant. So there were a few problems with the FT101E, but I have got it back on the air. So this is just to let you know that I'm currently recording or editing all the footage, hours of footage, down into about an hour long, and it will be a full detail of everything I did. Now I'm no expert, but I can tell you what I did, and it obviously worked. So there's quite a few common faults with these things. I've watched hours of videos from other people on YouTube that know way more about these than I ever will, and basically I can cut through all the chaff, get straight to the wheat, as it were, to use a farming metaphor. I am from a farming background after all. We'll get straight to the nub of the issue, and I can tell you things to look out for straight away before you've even switched it on. The main tip is if you get one of these and you don't know the state of it, you've never seen it switched on, and the person you bought it from hasn't told you that they've had it running, do not switch it on. Do not switch it on. At the very least you might blow a capacitor, it'll literally go pop. At the very worst you might cause all sorts of other damage that you'll then have to fix. So what I would do is I will tell you a few things to do basically before you even plug this thing in. So we'll take the cover off and I'll show you a few places and components that you need to check before you even switch it on. And there we go, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to tell you that process of what I followed and what I did to get this thing back on the air. And basically I put new tubes in it and a load of new capacitors, a load of new resistors, and then I went through a few different procedures for calibrating things, and then everything came back to life. But it's all a case of knowing where to look, isn't it? So I can show you the things that I did, and chances are that if you've got one of these things, it probably has the same problems, because from what I can see on YouTube from people that know way more about these than me, they seem to be common faults. And it took me days and hours of going through other people's videos to find out all these little nuggets of information, and I'm going to cram them all into one video that you can watch in 1 hour. And after watching that video, you never know, you might be able to take a dead FT101E or whatever and get it back on the air. So if you fancy that, click like and subscribe and look out for the video. And I'll also be going through the test equipment that I purchased, and spoiler alert, this is probably the one thing you absolutely do need, which is a decent multimeter. A multimeter that can measure capacitors is critical, because you'll buy cheap capacitor testers and they just do not work. They won't measure in the picofarad range, they only measure in microfarads, which is, you know, the bigger capacitors, if you like. So you need one of these that measures lots of different things. This was the main tool. Without that, this thing would not be fixed. Oscilloscopes, everything else is completely optional. You can fix these things with a decent multimeter, soldering iron, and a load of spare parts, hopefully. Hopefully that's all you need anyway. So if you fancy that, we'll see you soon. I'm going to be editing this video over the next 2 weeks, so we'll get it out for then. And let's switch it on. Is there anybody there? Well, there you go, French guy. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.